Hey all my seismic activity fans, today we're at a precipice. The magma activity is just around the corner, figuratively and literally. So as you can see, we're at the homepage of the Icelandic Meteorologic Office, and first warning was present few days ago, but the date says due to the ongoing seismic activity in the Reykjanes Peninsula, people are advised to avoid steep terrain as rocks and boulders can fall and chances of landslides are increased. Tremor continues to be detected south of Keilir. No eruptions have been confirmed yet. Tremor? I'm sitting here on my chair and it's a vibrating chair, like I showed it last time. There's no way for me to demonstrate this. Like I'm just looking around. I mean, even not the TV is not shaking on the cupboard, but like I sit here just on my chair and like it's just vibrating quietly. Today also we had this SMS.
Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line,
Which warns you basically about the second line that's on the Meteorologic Office homepage, that don't go climbing on steep terrains. And let's see what's the earthquake activity on the Reykjanes Peninsula. Just look at the table, it's more easy to comprehend. Let's see, have we had any big boyos? Last big boyo, yeah, I think I felt that, because there was some shaking not too long ago. Either one of those I felt. I'm not sure which one. I didn't like. At this point, it's just casual, you know. But I felt those. But let's see. Let's go all earthquakes last 48 hours. We got a good 2016 in. We're doing well. Magnitude 3 and larger. There's a bit less than we had over the weekend because it was like around 108. Let's study more of like what does it say about volcanic eruptions. Aviation color code map. No, we don't want that. Volcano is normal, non-eruptive state. Okay, silvers are not monitored. Yellow is elevated unrest. Let's see, can we check the map? Yes, we can. And you can see orange boy here. And let's see how much can we zoom in on this map. So it's not a very sharp picture, but we will get the gist from here. This is where the mouse pointer is at. This is where I live, Grindavik. There's orange. Volcano is exhibiting heightened unrest with increased likelihood of eruption, or volcanic eruption is underway with no or minor ash emission. And there's red. Eruption is forecasted to be imminent with significant emission of ash into the atmosphere, or likely, or eruption is underway with significant emission of ash in the atmosphere. So we got a orange boy just around the corner here. It's about, I'd say it's about 20 or 30 kilometers out. But actually, there was a good article published a few days ago. You see, there's the same maps. So these maps are concurrent with the Met Office, so we can fairly say the person. His name is Andrei Fils, and he knows what he is writing about because he has just studied the official data. It's written on 2nd of March. We're not gonna go too deep into it. Let's just look at some more of interesting stuff here. We can see like the volcanic systems of Reykjanes Peninsula here. The power plant, which is geothermal behind the town here, next to Mount Thorbjörn and next to the Blue Lagoon, is called Svartsengi. So it's Eldvörp Svartsengi volcanic system where we are located on. You can actually see Grindavik on this picture here. Where like this is Grindavik. I think this this turquoise color is, so this is Grindavik, Keflavik, maybe this blotch is the airport here, and this is Grindavik. We're just on the Eldberp Svartsengi volcanic system, and this Fagradalsfjall is what's really active at the moment. It's just exponentially, the dot size grows exponentially according to the strength of the earthquakes. Not very interesting, but this is interesting now. I wanted to get to this first things first. You can see that the highest chance of eruptions is in Fagradalsfjall volcanic system. So this is basically the heat map where the lava might surface. This is Grindavik here. This is Thorbjörn, 242 meters high volcano, but it's not red on the heat map in any shape, way or form. This is where I put the pointer now. That's where just about where Blue Lagoon is. You can see a bit of red there, but yeah, the main heat map source is Fagradalsfjall area, and this last one is the projected path of flow. So again, Fagradalsfjall, Grindavik, and you can see the probable course of the lava flow on this one, which is, luckily, this is Grindavik, Keflavik, this is the airport. Even Vågar seems to be not in the way. This is the main highway, the airport. Road number 41 runs through here to Reykjavik, and you can see that the lava might cross the main highway from the airport to Reykjavik. And I guess this is where the article ends. Basically, when I read this, you know, I felt way more informed than I was before, and these are basically the same maps that you get from the Met Office homepage, but you don't have to just look them up yourself. Obviously, it's a few days old, so as you know, it was written on the 2nd. So there's, I mean, something like earthquakes and like the seismic activity is nothing that is under human control, so I suppose predicting this is somewhat of an inaccurate science to a degree. Obviously, I'm not questioning any of these charts. I believe them to be quite accurate, but still, you know, you never know, is what my point is with nature, because we don't control nature in any way. Nature goes by its own course. And there's I read this: if an eruption occurs in Reykjanes, and there's like this behavioral code from whatever this agency is. There's like this how you should behavior code here, and there's like lava and ash. So it says that the eruption may last several days or weeks. Sometimes signs come shortly before an eruption begins, but not always. Eruptions of this type are often accompanied by lava flows and toxic gases released into the atmosphere. This is the main one. The lava flows slowly, similar to walking speed, because it's molten rock, you know. It's not gonna be a tsunami rolling over the ground. And pretty much like rest of it is all about how you can like protect yourself from like the ash and or the gases. And it says that if it's dry, the ash can be really problematic and fine. Get into your eyes and your breathing apparatus, let's just call it that. It suggests breathing through the nose. I don't know what difference that will make, but I mean, you have a few hairs in your nose. Still will end up in your lungs. And yeah, it says you really shouldn't drive during ashfall. Stay inside, keep the windows and doors closed. Gas emissions that accompany eruptions can be dangerous in large quantities. In small quantities, they can cause discomfort and irritation. Simply gratia, burning sensation in the eyes and respiratory system. Breathe as much as possible with your nose and avoid physical exertion outdoors in heavy pollution, since this reduces the amount of sulfur O2 enters in your lungs. When I did this in school, you know, you kind of had the mental picture. Sulfur is here, so S is sulfur. Sulfur and two oxygens in the realm of chemistry, but let's just call it combine. Okay, that's good to know. It says volcanic eruptions in the Reykjanes region are likely to occur away from inhabited areas and to not call for a quick response from residents. So what it essentially says, and what we saw from the charts here, it's, you know, it's not a life or death emergency. Most important thing is to stay calm from the news, especially concerning air pollution and ashfall. People should avoid excursions in the area of eruption site. But I don't have to excursion anywhere because I live here, so that's cool. Maybe I get to see some of it, but at the moment I just sit here behind my chair. I feel the ground shaking ever so slightly, what I described last time. Yeah, if I look out from my window, I won't see much because I'm just trying to rewind my mental tape. Actually, I'll insert some video from here. What is visible towards the probable site of eruptions, and you can see for yourself. Could I see something or couldn't I? There's some mountains in front of it. Basically, what I'm trying to come up with is whether I could see the lava fields from top of Thorbjorn, meaning that I would have to climb, but I wouldn't have to go too far away from the town. The mountain is just about 3 kilometers out. Anyhow, a long and confusing flow of words, so it's like kind of an update on the last video. Never expected to be reporting about seismic activity, but you know, this is life. You know, life is all about interesting experiences, and I think this is going to be one, because we have an orange here, situation orange, with the Flagradalsfjall volcanic system volcano. Yeah, I mean it is in a higher area. If you take the road from here towards Thorlakshavn, then there's like cool mountain range at the side of the road. Like you're driving next to like this high ridge, which is a pretty nice sight, to be honest. Me coming from like a flat land from Estonia, this Icelandic nature is really scenic, although a bit bland in this area because it's just flat fields with some moss growing and like solidified magma like chunks is what the landscape is. Take you on a little journey next to my, so to say, Icelandic home. Let's start from here. Just about here, it seems that there's like an ex-mine. There's like mining equipment there. There's like a truck that everything else of the truck is left, but the cab has rusted away. That's like the most peculiar thing I've ever seen. Look at this, all rusted away. I'm not gonna go too near it. Jesus Christ, what's happened to this? Look at this truck. It's just like consumed by nature. Making a way around it. want to go close to anything because maybe some fuel or something here, or some other stuff that you don't want to get on yourself. You can see the turbo there. The turbo is still present. It's just consumed by time. All the buttons are still on the dashboard. Crazy stuff. Like, the rest of the truck is in peace, but the cab has totally disappeared into the ground. I think it even has the dashboard and stuff, but like everything around the inside of the cabin has just rusted away. Maybe, yeah, like the top of the truck is like visible from here. You can see it there. So these are pretty high. I've been on top of these both. And I'm being on top of that. So you come down from Grindavik, from the seaside. The town is there. I'm not going to go back to the town. It would take too much time. But you go up from here. This is actually a pretty steep climb, if it doesn't look like it from here. It's a bit. I've ran up and down this, and it's a pretty significant climb. And you can see, like, this is a really cool cliffside. I've been on top of that too. Maybe I'll insert some video. So this is it. Shit, I'm not a... This is no joke. Hoo-wee. I'm not, like, per se afraid of heights, but I'm definitely not gonna go on the edge. Fuck that shit. That ain't worth it. You can see from down low how steep this is. And that's Grindavik, and that's Blue Lagoon behind there steaming away. And this is awesome. That down there is the road I was running on, so it's about 5 clicks back to Grindavik. This is the cliff face just down into the Atlantic Ocean. This is the last thing. I don't know, this is nothing to do with the current situation here. I'm just, you know, yeah. So you just drive down the road. There's the Atlantic Ocean just visible there, and this kind of ridge line. It doesn't look as impressive as it does in real life on this picture here, as everything in video and in picture doesn't look as impressive unless you have some good photo skills and good equipment. But you just, yeah, drive down this road, and this high ridge line just runs next to the road. Makes you feel like you're in Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. But yeah, I guess now I've talked way longer than I ever planned. So if you were watching this far, what's the code we're gonna leave? 6969 is the code. If you watch this far, put the code down low so I would know that you took your valuable time to watch this thing. And peace. I'm out of here. I've been talking for too long already.